Students, today let us going to discuss about the TA plasmid. TA plasmid means tumor inducing plasmid. Actually, there is a bacteria called Agrobacterium tumefaciens, and this is a soil bacterium, gram negative, and it infects the wounded plants, normally as dicotyledon plants. The wounded plants that may secrete phenolic compounds like syringone, acetosyringone and hydroxyacetosyringone to the soil, and these bacteria which is attracted by the phenolic compound and infects the plant. When the bacteria infects the plant, there is a gall formation occurs in the crown region of the plants. That is why it is called as a crown gall disease. So the bacterium, the Agrobacterium tumefaciens, has a plasmid called as tumor inducing plasmid, and this tumor inducing plasmid has a tDNA region, and this tDNA means transfer DNA, and this transfer DNA transfers some of the genetic materials from the Agrobacterium tumefaciens to the plant cell chromosome. From this, the crown gall disease formation occurs. That means the crown gall formation is the consequences of the transfer of integration and expression of genes of tDNA of Agrobacterium tumefaciens in the infant. And this TA plasmid is a large sized tumor inducing plasmid found in Agrobacterium tumefaciens. It directs the crown gall formation in certain plant species. So look at this picture. This is a structure of TA plasmid, and the TA plasmid contains a tDNA region. You can see there is a left tDNA border as well as the right tDNA border. In between these two borders, you can see there is a auxin synthesis genes and cytokinin production gene, oncogenic genes and opine synthesis genes. So you know that normally this auxin and cytokinin is a plant hormones that is synthesized by the plants for its growth and proliferation. But here this bacteria, the TA plasmid, this bacterial TA plasmid synthesize this genes so that these products, auxin and cytokinins, are synthesized excessively in the plants. That means the auxin and cytokinin gene transfers from the Agrobacterium tumefaciens and integrates in the plant's chromosomal DNA, so that excess production of cytokinin and auxin takes place. So next to that tDNA region, you can see in the tDNA region you can see there is a opine synthesis gene, and this opine synthesis genes are nothing but it synthesizes a product like nopalin, octopine and agropine. These products acts as a producer of carbon and nitrogen source for the bacterium. Okay, and next to this tDNA region you can see there is a virulence genes, and this virulent genes produces a proteins, and these proteins are responsible for the transfer of tDNA from TA plasmid towards the plant chromosome. Next, you can see there is the origin of replication for this TA plasmid, and there is a opine catabolism gene. And this opine catabolism gene that will catabolize the products produced by the opine synthesis, which is present in the tDNA. So you can see this tDNA region produces the auxin and cytokinin as well as opine. And the virulence genes is a set of, it's a operon, it is a set of genes which contains vir A, vir G, vir B1, vir C1, vir D1, D2, vir D4 and vir E1, E2. And each of these genes synthesize the proteins, and all these proteins has a respective role in transfer of tDNA from Agrobacterium tumefaciens to plant chromosomes. So now let us see how the process of transfer takes place from TA plasmids to plant chromosome. There is a signal induction to Agrobacterium tumefaciens. You know that when the plants synthesize its roots and it deeply rooted towards the soil, and when it's rooted, sometimes there may be a wound formed in the plant roots. So while the wound occurs, the plant synthesizes a phenolic compound, right? And this phenolic compounds as well as sugar, which acts as a signal molecules for the Agrobacterium tumefaciens. So the signals induces the Agrobacterium, and ultimately the transfer of tDNA to TA plasmid occurs. Then attachment of this Agrobacterium to plant cells. So Agrobacterium attaches to the plant cells through polysaccharides, particularly cellulose fibers produced by the bacterium. Several chromosomal virulence genes also responsible for the attachment of bacterial cells to plant cells. Next is production of virulence proteins by the bacterium. As the signal induction occurs in the Agrobacterium cells, it attaches to plant cell. A series of events takes place that may result in the production of virulence proteins. So to start with the signal induction by phenolic compound, first vir A, which in turn activates by phosphorylation to vir G. This induces expression of virulent genes of TA plasmid to produce corresponding virulence proteins D1, D2, E2, etc. Certain sugars like glucose, galactose, xylose that induces virulence genes that have been identified. Then production of tDNA strand. So in the plasmid, TA plasmid, there will be a right border and left border tDNA region, which is recognized by D1 and vir D2 proteins. These proteins involved in the production of single stranded tDNA. That means it will form a nick in the single strand of the tDNA region, and this single strand tDNA gets attached to the vir D2. Then transfer of this tDNA from Agrobacterium to plant. The single stranded tDNA vir D2 complex in association with vir G is exported from the bacterial cell. For this, where B acts as a transport apparatus. The next step is transfer of tDNA into plant cells and integration. The tDNA Vir D2 complex crosses the plant plasma membrane. In the plant cells, tDNA gets covered with Vir E2. This covering protects the tDNA from degradation by nucleases. Okay, it acts as a protector. Then Vir D2 and Vir E2 interact with the variety of plant proteins which influences the tDNA transport and integration. The tDNA Vir D2, Vir D2, then Vir E2 plant protein complexes enters the nucleus through plant nuclear pore complex. Within the nucleus, the tDNA gets integrated into the plant chromosome through a process referred to Eliashette recombination. Here in this picture you can see the agrobacterium as well as the plant cell, how it integrates into the plant genome. So in the first figure you see the left figure agrobacterium species and the right one is plant cell. So you can see the operons, that is the virulent proteins, how it is removing the single stranded DNA from tDNA and it carries from agrobacterium towards plant cell. And next to right side you can see the plant cell. There through this nuclear pore, the tDNA region, it is moving towards the plant nucleus and there it integrates with the plant chromosome. Okay. So when the tDNA integrates the plant genome, automatically the excess production of or overproduction of auxin and cytokinin as well as opine takes place. So it leads to auto-stimulation of cell division of plant cell. So you know that when excess production of cells occurs, there will be a Crohn formation takes place and this leads to the Crohn-Gall disease. That is, the gall formation occurs at the region of the plant, leads to Crohn-Gall disease. So I hope all of you understand about this TA plasmid, how the Agrobacterium tumefaciens TA plasmid integrates into the plant DNA and how it infects, how the overall Crohn-Gall production occurs. Hope I understood everyone. If you have any clarification, kindly post it. Thank you.